Hi everyone, I'm filming today the second in a series of videos entitled Bread. Today I'll be looking at biscuit, widely eaten in North America by early settlers and still widely consumed today in a much more refined form, but ideal for campfires. You know, is eaten by cowboys on the trail, on cattle drives, etc. So ideal campfire bread. So we'll have a look at that. Let's get baking. Okay, let's get started. We're using a trusty tiffin tin, a zebra tiffin tin, as a mixing bowl primarily. Again, I'm using the same type of flour, 12% bread flour. Again, I'll just measure out just enough for my personal needs. That's about right. Now, this is the leaven bread, but instead of yeast, in this occasion, for biscuit, we use bicarbonate of soda or baking powder. Now, I don't like using an awful lot of bicarb, so I'll probably put about that much in for my needs, for my tastes. Also, again, a little bit of salt required. Of course, I open the pepper first. A little bit of salt. A small amount of flour in there. So how bicarb works, or bicarbonate of soda works, is it activates on contact with water and creates carbon dioxide. This helps to give the dough an aerated, or the finished biscuit an aerated look, so it's not as heavy or doughy. Now, for shortening the fat content, I'm going to use bacon fat. It's freshly rendered yesterday, and I believe back in the day this would have been what was available. You know, I mean, a couple of days out on the trail and all the dairy products would have been either sour or rancid. I'm sure that a bit of back fat was rendered down to provide lard or shortening for making biscuits and other frying purposes, etc. So I'm going to use some of this. Also, one of the byproducts of that process is you get the most fantastic scratchings at the end. Anyway, that's another video. Now, what we do here, first mix it in to get that shortening coated. Then again, you dive in with your hands and rub that shortening into the flour. Well, all the dry ingredients, the bicarb, the salt. I should have mixed that together a bit beforehand, maybe. It's get a bit messy. Smells great though. I should put a bit more of that in, a bit more shortening. So what you're looking for is a kind of a crumble or breadcrumby type texture to your dough. Must admit this pan's a little bit fiddly. Well, I'll carry on rubbing that in, and I'll bring it back with this dough. So there we go, if you can see in there. The texture there now, it's just holding together, so it's crumbling, all that fat's rubbed in. I have to say, it smells fantastic. This bacon fat really is really doing the thing. So the next stage is to add some water to it. Contemporary recipes, they use butter for shortening and add buttermilk for the liquid content, and bake them in an oven. But as I say, for all purposes campfire, all things considered, this seems to be going quite well. So I'll just add the water now and mix it into a dough. First, add more as I need to. Check that I might do it. Yeah. It's a little bit too much, so a little bit more flour just to dry that up a bit. So don't work the dough too much. Okay, so I'll form that into one biscuit and pop it on my pan. I'll put a bit of this bacon grease onto my pan here. What's that? A little bit. Just to coat the surface. So these are traditionally cut into little circular biscuits, but I don't have that luxury out here. Should be about 1/2 inch thick, so I'll smooth that out to about 1/2 inch. So put a line across the middle, line across like so. And we'll get it on the fire. Get my kettle on for some coffee. Got that on there. Over to cover it in, keep the heat in, and leave that, see what happens. Coming along, it's not looking too bad. Need a bit longer. Yeah, a few more minutes on that side, and we'll give them a try. They've come up quite a lot considering how thin they were. I think it's time to give those a try. Oh no, it's okay. It might be a bit on the doughy side. Let's have a look. The smaller ones might be. But we'll we'll give them a go. They smell great. I wish I had smell-o-vision. I thought these would be quite doughy, but they're actually surprisingly light, and would be fantastic with beans, pardon me, as an accompaniment to something. As I said before, the bacon fat really does add flavour. Very good. A great way of getting carbs, which essentially that's what bread is, isn't it? We just want to get the energy out of seeds and get it in a palatable and digestible form, so we make bread out of them. And very nice it is too. So, biscuit. I can see why the Cowboys did so well on them. If you like what you see, please subscribe, comment, and we'll be back with some more. Bye now.